Timothy Fisher, what up, gang? Let me wipe this screen off. There we go. Hey man, y'all drop something in the comments, man. If y'all think it's important to have a clean shop, to work in a clean shop, and if so, do you also clean behind yourself in the shop so others don't have to clean for you? Drop something in the comments and let me know. We're gonna let some people get up in here, man. We're gonna have a nice little live. I also got somebody wanted me to make a live, or they didn't ask me to make a live. I told them that I would to show them how to correctly. They asked me how can they find the inside, you know what I'm saying, valve, how you check the inside tire. So we're gonna make part of the live today gonna be about that. I'm gonna show you guys how to check the air pressure in your inside tire. So that's what we on right now. And y'all already know inspection time, inspection. But part of this live is going to be to talk to, maybe you guys do know how to check the tire pressure on the inside tire. Maybe some don't. But today, I'm definitely going to show you how to do it, man. So let me, I forgot my pop. We will get that in a second. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend. All that. Had a lot of good food to eat this weekend too, guys. So I'm kind of it's getting to me today, moving a little slow. So I don't know. We only got maybe we'll wait till some more people get in here so we can start class and I can show you guys what this live is going to be about. We'll let a couple more people get in here, man, and I will get started because it is very important. And it was a great question that somebody asked me. They asked me today, actually this morning, how the way you, he's a driver. And I always ask all the drivers, you know what I'm saying, do you do a pre-trip? He said, yeah. Sometimes he said, no, he doesn't. And I was explaining to him, letting him know how important it is to do a pre-trip. And I also asked him, does he have a tire gauge? And I also asked him, does he, check his tire pressure? And you know what he said, guys? He said, no, he doesn't check the tire pressure. So I explained to him and showed him how important it was and it is to check the tire pressure. The next thing he asked me is, how do you check the tire pressure on your inner tire? So that's what I'm ready to show you guys right now. And a lot of you guys might laugh and say, oh, who doesn't know how to check the tire pressure on the inside? And guys, that's why a lot of people don't like asking questions and stuff like that, because you never know who knows what. Sometimes people might not understand certain things, and the most important thing to do in life, period, is to ask questions. So if you're not asking questions, start asking questions. There's no right or wrong question to ask or nothing like that, man. It's actually ignorant on your part if you're not asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Not, telling people that you don't understand or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So you got to let people know that you don't understand. If you don't understand, ask questions, guys. It's very, very important for you to ask questions. Don't be one of those people that, you know what I'm saying, your pride gets into you and you don't want to look a certain way, or you don't want to look dumb to somebody. You don't want to look this. You only look dumb when you don't ask questions, right? Ask questions, guys. It's very, very important. You can definitely learn a lot if you ask questions. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I tell myself. A lot of people always ask you, hey, If you can go back and change anything in your life as a child till now, what would be the one thing that you would change? And the one thing that I would change, guys, I wouldn't go back and change anything that I've done or anything like that. What I definitely would go back and change is I would ask a lot more questions. You know what I'm saying? If I can go back to younger days, I definitely would ask a lot of questions, guys. So that's why I ask questions now. I ask a lot of questions. And I also learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. Bob, New York, NJ said, I have a question. What is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life to you, or was it the meaning of life to me? You know what I'm saying? I can tell you what the meaning of life is to me. The meaning of life to me is to number one, to learn, to show people certain things that I know, to be a loving and caring person, to be a great father to my kids, to be a wonderful husband to my wife, and support my family, and try to be the best that I can. That's what life means to me. Yeah. Now, what does it mean to you? Yeah. Yeah. Life is a very important thing, man, and we are blessed to have life. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do the best in your life and be the best out of your life. All that good stuff, man. So basically today we got people on here. So I had somebody ask me, I asked him, which is a semi truck driver. I asked him, does he do pre-trips? And I asked him, does he check his tire pressure? He said yes to the pre-trip and no to the tire pressure. And he also asked, how do you check the tire pressure on the inside tire? So right now, matter of fact, let me see if I can share it to him. No, I don't have his number to share the live. Well, hope he sees it, because I'm doing it just for him, talking about checking the inside tire pressure, and also for those, if you guys don't know. So if you guys don't know, this is a semi trailer. You have double wheels. Some trailers you might have super singles, or you might have dual tires. You know what I'm saying? But on this particular trailer, we have dual tires. So you have a valve stem, which is here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. So we checked the valve stem on our outside tire, and it is 88 psi. So let me document that down. So we're on the right front, and we set 88. So guys, this is how you check the inside tire. So you guys see on the rim that is only two holes. You have one there and you have one at the bottom. A lot of times guys not watching what they're doing when they're mounting the tire, and they have both valve stems facing each other, which is a no-no. So they will have the inner valve stem here and the outer here, and they like facing each other. That is a no-no to do. So to check the tire pressure in the inside, well, we're hoping that they have the inside tire clocked the correct way where you can see the valve stem. That's another thing that I explained, and I told him that sometimes you get lazy people. I wouldn't call them lazy. I would say people that don't know. We're going to be nice. So you got certain people that mount tires, and they don't care where the inside valve stem is to make sure that you can check the tire pressure. So let's stick our valve stem in here, our tool in here. Yep. So guys, as you can see, let me see if I get you down more. If you guys can see right there, that is the inner valve stem. Of course, you got to have a long tire reader, tire gauge. So we're going to put it on there. Oh, really? So guys, this is another thing that happens. This is something very important too. You see, as I'm trying to push on here, I cannot check the tire pressure. So what happens is, I'm gonna take this cap off to explain, to show you guys. So what happens is that they put caps over the valve stem for you to read the tire pressure, right? And what these are caps on here where you can actually read the tire pressure with these caps on. Well, a lot of times these caps get seized up with salt, debris, mud, and it won't allow you to check the tire pressure, and you will have to remove them and put new ones on. So that's the issue I'm having right now on my inside tire, that is not allowing me to read the tire pressure. So what I have to do is, I also tell drivers, keep you some needle nose and some vice grips or some type of pliers with you, and possibly a crescent wrench. And we're going to get to that about the crescent wrench. So let's see if I can stick my hand in here. It's not a lot of room in here, guys. Let's see if I can see that. So I got to get some long needle nose to get that thing off of there. Give me 1 second. So I got some long needle nose right here, and we're going to unloosen the cap. Make sure we can see. Told you guys I've been eating a lot of good food this weekend, and it's hard right now to get me to get low right now. So okay, I should be able to twist my hand now. Let's see. You just basically got to unloosen it. Okay, I got it twisting my hand right now. And I know this is hard to do, especially if you're a driver who wants to get down and do all this stuff. But guys, it is so important to check the tire pressure. It is very important. So you see the cap is off, and this is actually the one that doesn't check the tire pressure. So if they have a cap like this on it, you have to remove this to check the air pressure. So that's what I mean by certain things that mechanics do, that they're not worrying about the drivers who got to check the tire pressure. Why would you put this cap on the inside where you can't check the tire pressure? Because they don't care about who's checking the tire or what. Because look how hard it is, or hard it was for me to stick my hand in there to unloosen this. Who's going to make sure they got needle nose to get in there to unloosen this? So that's going to be one tire that somebody's not going to check. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a mechanic, it is very important that you think for others. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. You got to think for other people. Stop just doing your job and say, oh, yeah, I did my job. It's up to them to take it off, or it's up to them to do this, or it's them to... Nah, man, come on, man. We got to be better than that as people. That's why a lot of stuff happens, guys. A lot of bull crap happens because you got one guy, he doesn't want to do his job correctly, where he does ignorant things. Why would you put that kind of cap on the inside for somebody that can't even check the tire pressure? So, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes you might have to look in there. That's why I say it's real easy, and you're definitely going to need a flashlight for some sort. So now, as you can see, as I put my tire reader in there, read the tire pressure, and guess what? We got 92 pounds of air pressure. What if you was on the road and you had to check the tires and your inside tire was flat and you couldn't even get inside there to add air to the tire? Whose fault is that? Isn't that the mechanic's fault? What do you guys say? Drop something in the comments, man. Whose fault would that be if you on the road and you trying to do your pre-trip and you can't do your pre-trip because you can't read the tire pressure? It says, I got respect for all rig mechanics. Appreciate you, gang. Your mechanics up. Carlos says, our responsibility as a mechanic is to keep people safe on the road, and small things we can do to cause damage. If it ain't right, double check everything and treat people like it. Yes, man. Yes. Highly agree with that. Also, guys, another thing I always say on the pre-trip, always check your hubcap for oil. You see that darkness right there? That means we got hub oil in there. And we have two lines. We have a add mark is the first line, and our full mark is that second line. This thing does not have to be filled all the way up all the way up to the top right here. There's two different lines right here, guys. Yeah. Uh-oh, I got some people sending me some pictures. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think that might be my little we're gonna be doing an interview soon, guys, with a very, very special person, man. So all I'll tell you guys have no idea the people that I know. We're gonna have some legendary people on the lives, man, and we're gonna take it back. You know what I'm saying? It says, thank you, sir. After listening to your advice, my vehicle engine is now totally fine now. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. And another thing, guys, we also, if you are doing your pre-trip, make sure if you see these dial indicators on your tires, what these things are for, they are lug nut indicators, which they indicate when you have a loose lug nut. So of course they're going to the front right now because that's the way that it tighten up the lug nuts. On the driver's side, they're going to be going towards the back. So if you was to see any of these not facing each other and they are facing the opposite way, you need to go in the mechanic shop very quickly to get your tires retorqued to make sure that the tires are good, the lug nuts are tight, right? So all you guys getting in the live, man, make sure y'all get that like and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want to know what we're talking about right now, if you guys have any questions and you want to know anything about anything as far as to help you doing your pre-trip or anything like that, feel free to drop some in the comments. I had somebody ask me, I asked them, I said, hey, do you do pre-trips on your semi? They say, yeah. So I asked them, I said, do you check your tire pressure? They kick the tires, guys, which is a common thing. What sound does it make when when you're doing a pre-trip and you kick a tire like that? And it's what 50 degrees outside, so the tire is going to be hard. You're not going to know how much air is in the tire unless you have a tire indicator, right? To read the psi in the tire. So the question somebody asked me today was how do they check the tire pressure on the inside tire? And I just showed you guys that a lot of these caps have a double-sided valve stem on there where you can read the tire pressure. So we're going to go over it again. So to read the tire pressure on the outside tire, you do that. See how I did that, guys? And to check the inside tire, so directly across from this valve stem from your outside, it should be the same thing, which will be right here to check your tire pressure on your inside tire, right? So all you would do is stick the valve stem in there, the air gauge, and read your tire pressure. Will it be times where there will not be a valve stem right there? Yes, it will be times where it won't be one right there because somebody who installed the tires didn't make sure that you guys can get to the inner valve stem. So if something like that happens, guys, there's no way for you to check the tire pressure if you can't see them. You will have to go inside the shop and let the mechanic know that they have to take the outside tire off and clock the outside tire so you can see the valve stems. And also, guys, a lot of times they're not paying attention and they will put the inner valve stem right facing the outer, which is a no-no. You do not have both valve stems facing each other because what happens is these valve stems are kind of long. It might come a chance where you riding around and these valve stems hit each other, and guess what can happen? One can bend and rip off, and what that's going to do? It's going to deflate the tire, and you're not going to have no air pressure in one of these rims, right? Yeah, man. So if anybody got any questions, drop some in the comments and let me know. I'm going and I'm reading all the, every time I go live, guys, I read all the comments as I'm going. I can't pronounce your name. We're going to call you T or Triet. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Thank you, sir. After listening to your advice, my vehicle engine is now totally fine now. Okay. I think you might be the one person that was telling me about the throttle body spray, how to spray it correctly. I think that was last week we asked about that, guys. So my channel is about mechanics, diesel mechanic, and also automotive mechanic. I'm certified in both. And what I try to do is I do jobs on here on my channel to show you guys certain things. And also, guys, I teach a little class, is what I call it, or I'm giving free game to you guys to show you guys how to be more safer as being a truck driver. Also taking care of your everyday vehicle. I always show you guys little small things that will keep you on the road and keep you knowledgeable about what's going on with your vehicle. So I showed you guys also that this is another cap. If you guys see a cap on your valve stem like this, so what this is one that you are able to check your tire pressure on, that you can put on there and you can read it. There's a little stem inside there. If it has this cap on here, you can check your air pressure with this. And I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this on. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna screw this cap on because I always like to show you guys the truth, right? Remember I just told you guys with this cap on here, you can read your tire pressure. Let's turn our air gauge reader on and look at that. You can read your tire pressure when it has that cap on it. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. All the valve stem caps, you do not have to remove it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you get one that doesn't have one of those caps on it like that, you will have to remove it to check your tire pressure. We got Willie Westford says, Fly Roy, sorry I was off for a while. 32 hours left finishing up this truck in school. Now they got me doing offset backing. Oh boy. Well, it's good to see you back. It's definitely good to see you back. Guys, I tell you, my channel, if you come on my channel, I'm definitely going to remember your name and all that good stuff, man. I'm not one of those YouTubers that I'm just blowing you guys off and I'm not you know what I'm saying, shouting you guys out. I'm not answering you guys questions. I'm not reading your comments, guys. I do all that type of stuff. I'm very interactive with my channel. I love my crowd of people that I deal with. I call you guys my family members. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy sharing my knowledge with you guys. I enjoy the interaction going back and forth, that we're asking each other questions. I'm answering them. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. So now we're on our second axle. Once again, you guys see that this one has that cap on there that I was telling you about. So see that? I'm able to read the tire pressure, right? So see, there's only 2 holes in the rim, right? In this particular rim. Now, some trailers and tractors, you will see multiple holes around the whole rim, and that's different spots where the inside tire can be seen, where you can see the valve stem. So since there's only 2 holes directly across right here, this should be where I should be able to read my tire pressure. So we're gonna see. Yes, it is in there, guys. You see it right there? And guess what? It has one of those caps on here that you can read the check the air pressure, but it has so much crud on it that you can't read it. So of course, you guys see I tried to put my hand in there. My hands are so huge that the hole is not big enough for you to stick your whole arm in there. And I wouldn't recommend you sticking your arm in there, guys. If you have a skinny arm and you go in there, your hand might just swell up as you trying to take this off. And guess what you be doing? Your hand will be stuck inside this rim and you will have a serious, serious problem going on. So be careful on that. That's why I say carry you some needle nose pliers. Because ain't no way I can probably wiggle my hand in here. Now, how would I get my hand out? Now, imagine you get your hand in here. How are they going to get your hand in there? How's the fire department going to get your hand out, guys? That's going to be a bad, bad, bad situation. So what I have to do right now, I have to get my needle nose and remove the cap for the inner valve stem so I can check the tire pressure. That's why I tell you guys, man, I know it is very important for you to get on the road. I know it is very important for you to get there on time. But guys, it is very, very important for you to check the tire pressure. It's a pre-trip. So you have to do certain things on a pre-trip. And if you're going to skip some things, which I highly recommend you not doing, but do not skip checking your tire pressure, guys. And I also tell you guys, so if I was checking this tire and I was a driver, I got to bend over to check all this stuff. And sometimes you got to get low to the ground to check this tire pressure. Also, guys, have you a very small little chair that you can sit in the chair instead of bending over, you know what I'm saying, and getting in there and checking the tire pressure. You could be, you could be sitting on a little small stool or a chair that can help you checking the tires. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do stuff what's convenient for you. Yes, the company wants you to do the pre-trip. They want to do the certain things, but they're not going to go the extra routes telling you things that's going to help you and benefit you, you know what I'm saying, on your pre-trip. That's what I do on my channel, guys. I'm doing things to benefit you guys, to help you, help your pre-trip go smoothly. So you don't, you know what I'm saying? So you don't get soaking wet while doing it. So you don't, you know what I'm saying, have to get on the ground, get all muddy and things like that. Get you a little bitty stool, you know what I'm saying, and you can have in your truck. And also you can use the stool if you go somewhere and the load's taking a long time for them to unload your tractor. You can sit outside and enjoy the sun sitting in your little stool. You can be reading a book. You know what I'm saying? You could just be sitting on your phone. Because I know you guys drive those trucks all day long. Why would you still want to be sitting in your truck when it's nice outside that you can walk around or you can sit outside? You got your little stool on your truck where you can sit outside and enjoy the weather. So let me go ahead and get my needle nose so I can take that cap off so we can check the tire pressure. Got my needle nose right here. I got my needle nose right here because we're working our way along. And look, guys, I understand they give you, 15 minutes to check, do a pre-trip, right? So you can do your truck can check all the lights, okay? So right now, I basically been checking tires for 10 minutes, guys. And look what I've been doing. Look how far we getting along. So it doesn't really take a lot of time. You will definitely have to have the right tools. So you guys see, I stuck my needle nose in there and I just unloosen it so I can stick my hand in there. You know, you can stick 2 fingers in there, guys. And I'm twisting off the valve stem cap. We're twisting it off. We're twisting it off. So this is the cap right here where you can read the air pressure with this cap on. But a lot of times it get crud and everything inside of there will not allow you to get the tire pressure. And you guys see, that's why I had to remove this one because I couldn't check the tire pressure on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you guys some free game because you guys, man, you know what? I salute all semi-truck drivers. Like people salute those who are in the military and they say thank you for serving our country. I say the same thing to semi-truck drivers to tell them thank you for your for delivering our food packages, for delivering our clothes, for delivering everything, man. Everything in the world, it comes from a plane to a train to a semi-truck to a box truck. So we got to salute all our semi-truck drivers, man. All you guys that are driving in all these bad weather conditions, to drive at night while we're sleeping, and to be able to get to the places on time to deliver things, man. I salute all my semi-truck drivers, man. And all semi-truck drivers should salute all the mechanics because a driver and a mechanic, man, work hand in hand. If it wasn't for the driver, it wouldn't be a mechanic. And if it wasn't for a mechanic, the drivers won't be able to deliver their packages, man. So we all work together, man, hand in hand. So you guys already see, I'm going to turn on my reader. And if I didn't show you guys, I love my Air reader. It is digital. You guys can order these off Amazon. Here's the brand that it is. And you guys see it has a flashlight on it. So basically, you put it inside there, and the flashlight in there lets you see the valve stem. So you guys can see, let me put it back on PSI. You guys can see I can actually I can read the tire pressure right now since I took that cap off. And what do I have, guys? I got 95 pounds of air pressure, right? We are in the game. Yes. Now, I will say this. If you was driving this tractor at this trailer and you're loaded and you are, let's say you driving from, you driving from California and you taking this load to Pennsylvania. Now, what if you go do your pre-trip and you find out that you cannot check the inside tire pressure? Would you risk driving this trailer to Pennsylvania not knowing how much air pressure was in the inside tire? I know I wouldn't. I would be very, very cautious, and I'd be like, man, that's one thing that I would be worried about. How much air pressure is in that tire? So I just showed you guys ways that you can read the tire pressure. And also, guys, I'm going to show you something else that's very important. If I was traveling from state to state, you know what I would do? You know what I would do on my pre-trip, guys? It's a couple things that I would write down. The first things that I will write down, I will put first axle, second axle, tire pressure. So when I go to get my gas and I got to fill up again, or I'm pulling over to check and I'm pulling over to take a rest, I'm doing my little 8 hour, your little 8 hours where you can't drive the truck. Guess what I will be doing? I will go out and check my tire pressure and convert over and say, hey, when I started driving the trailer, my tire pressures was Z's. I had to add air to this tire and did stuff like that. I will also check my tire pressure again and write it down and see, hey, am I losing air pressure? Am I still above, my tire pressure? Because that will keep you guys from having flats. It would also keep you guys from having blowouts. Tire pressure is very, very important. If you can't check anything on a tractor or trailer, the important things that I would be checking will definitely be the tire pressure. It will definitely be if I see any oil around this hub right here or oil on the rim. Those two things I will be very, very concerned about, and I will definitely be watching out for those two things. So if you guys don't get nothing, learn nothing from me today, remember to always make sure all your lights are working. Number 2, make sure your tire pressure is good. And number 3 is to make sure you have no oil around your tire, around your rim. If you guys make sure that those 3 things are good, pretty much everything will fall in place because you got good air pressure. You can make it there. And you also know that you don't have to worry about your hub being dry, your wheel coming off, because you have no oil around the hub, your hubcap, or you have no oil around your rim. I'm giving you guys some true facts to know that you can use so you guys can get by. And like I said, always try to document something about your tire pressure. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to get skeptical with it, also, there's another thing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? You can get you a tread depth gauge and you can check your tread depth on your tires. You know what I'm saying? And these type of things you can get from the company that you work for. You can definitely get them. So our outside tire, we got 12 and 32 seconds. And how you read these, it got numbers on here. And I will also suggest you, if you guys are using one of these, is to check the tire in 3 spots. So you would check it up top, you would check it on the side, on both sides, and go with your lowest reading. So let's check our inside tire. Inside tire, we have 12 and 32 seconds. Up top, we have 11. You see how it changed? And over here in the corner, we have 12. So we had 11 and 212 readings. So we're going to go with the lowest, which will be 11. It will be 11. So another thing you want to know is, okay, something that's not passing DOT, you see our tread depth on our inner is 11 and the outer is a 12. So they have to be within 4 in the spec for you to know that this particular axle, the tires are within each other, that they are good to go. So if that was a 12 and it was an 18 over here, you would have to get a tire that's closer to 12 to be over for it to be, you know what I'm saying, in the range of having that on your trailer. Let's go in the comments, see what we got. It says, Willie Webster says, same way you check your outer tires, you have to check your inner tires. 90 to 100 psi drives, axle, and tire recaps, and no caps recaps. Yes. So also, guys, what happens is too. I'm not sure if you knew. Every trucking company has a tire pressure that they want their tires set at. I didn't work at places where they want their drive tires at a 110, 110 psi, and they want their steer tires at 100. This particular place I'm working at right now, they want their drive tires at 100 psi and the steer tires at 110. Your drive tires would be the tires that are following the trailer. So these can be considered as being your drive tires. Your steer tires will be the tires that are steering the truck, which are up front. So right now I had to come back to this axle, guys, because I forgot to get my tread depth reading on the tires because I am doing an inspection on here. So our first reading is a 9. Our second reading is a 8. And our third reading is a 9. So we have an 8. We're going to go with the 8 on the outside. 8 and 32 seconds. So now I'm going to check my 3 spots on the inside tire. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys going to say, hey, that's the mechanic's job. Guess what? The mechanic is not driving the car, the tractor and trailer from California to Pennsylvania. So whose job is it to check the tire pressure? The mechanic is not going to be there with you while you are traveling over the road. So would it be nice for you to have you a tire gauge and a tread depth reader and some pliers with you? Yes, it would. Yes. Yes, it would. Guess what? Because guess what, guys? If your trailer catches a flat or gets a blowout or gets low on air pressure, who's going to be stuck on side of the road? The driver or the mechanic? Come on, guys. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this stuff is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? Very, very important. Yes, the mechanic job is to get you on the road, to get you rolling. Now, the thing is, as you are rolling, whose job is it to check the tire pressure? That's why it is so important for you guys to do your pre-trip, for you guys to listen for air leaks, because you guys are going to be the ones that's broke down on the side of the road. There will be nobody to blame but the driver of the truck, right? Yeah, so that's why I'm giving this free game away. Now let's go ahead. We got the right side of the axle checked out. And now we're going to go around and we are going to check. Man, you guys see how I'm able to roll around the shop? Guess what I got to do every time I come in? And it's another thing I want to talk about. Another thing I want to talk about, guys, is that the issue I have where I am working now, right? Everybody puts the job on somebody else, which means that, okay, we got 3 different shifts, right? You work 3 different shifts at your job, right? You got the first shift, you got second shift, and you got third shift. Nobody cares about having a clean shop. Everybody leaves stuff for the next person to clean up and the next person to do this. So when you come in the shop, you got to, number one, you got to put all the tools in order. You got to put tools away that was left on the floor, and you have to clean the floor. You got to clean up the work area and all that type of stuff. So then once you start working, you've been at work for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and your whole 2 hours you've been at work cleaning somebody else's mess up that has nothing to do with you. Come on, guys. If you work in the shop, if you're a mechanic, please clean behind yourself. Please clean the shop. Please put the tools away. It helps everything roll a lot smoothly. Who wants to come into a job and got to clean up because somebody else didn't clean up before? You know what I'm saying? We got to get better at what we're doing. And the same thing falls is for you guys that are semi-truck drivers. If you are hooked to a trailer and the trailer lights wasn't working when you bagged up to the trailer and you parked it, you made it to your destination, but you have no documentation down for the next driver to say, hey, the lights are not working, so you got to take it in the shop to get it fixed. You guys should be like, communication is a must, man. And man, we can all get along and stuff can ride a lot smoother if we just communicated with each other. So back to checking tire pressure. So remember I told you guys on the other side that we only had 2 holes in the rim. You see how many holes that is inside this rim? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are 5 different spots that the mechanic can put the inside rim where you can see the core. So we got to find it. Oh, guess what? It's right there. You see your inside valve stem? Bam. See how I was able to see that? Because my tire reader has a flashlight on there so I can see. That's why it's very good to have one with a flashlight on it, guys. To me, it would be. So now I can stick my air reader in there. Look, we got 97 pounds of air. Let's check the outer, which is here, right? What we got? We got 97. So that shows us. So another thing, guys, also your tire reader, make sure it has, so you can read the tire pressure on this side and here. So you already see, since the valve stem is there, I needed to go here on this spot. And my inner, I need for it to go straight to check the tire pressure here. So don't get one that just has it doesn't have this side piece and it's just straight. If it is like that, you will not be able to check your outside tire pressure. So you guys remember that. Willie Wesper says bubble breeze or cuts on the sidewall on the tires have to be worn. Yes, guys. So that's another thing. Thanks to Willie Webster's. I try to tell you guys things. So that's why, like certain lives, I talk about certain things and certain things I don't. I don't want to overwhelm you guys off with 2 information all at the same time. So yes, as you are checking your tire pressure, yes, it is important to go around your tire to check and see if you see any cuts or anything like that on the rim. Yes, that is very, very important. And what I try to do is, guys, I try to give certain information on certain lives, and I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So I'm not going to talk about the cuts and stuff on this live right now. I just want to let you guys know about the tire pressure, how to check the inner and outer tire pressure, and check for hub leaks on your hub and on your tire and your rim. David Ward says, praise the Lord Jesus. Yes, definitely. So we are on our left side, so we have 97 PSI on both tires. If you guys can see, I am documenting it down, my tire pressure. So right now we are on the left side second axle. That's why it says A2L. So it says axle 2 left side. And over here it say A2R. So the right side. So you got L for left and R for right. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. So now we're going to check the tread depth on the tires. So we have an 11. We have a 12. And we have a 11. So our tread depth on our outer tire is 11. 11 and 32 seconds. Now drop something in the comments, guys. If this information is good and you are learning something, and like I said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. And also, we do have we got the super chat in there. If you guys like the content, we can get more content. We can get more information going, man. You guys can get a super chat. You can also get a membership to the channel. All my proceeds that goes to this channel, to my channel, is going to come right back out, and I'm giving it right back to you guys, because all my giveaways that I'm doing, you don't have to get in on the raffle. I don't do raffles. We're not doing nothing like that. But I am going to have giveaways Where a lot of this stuff that I'm teaching you guys, I already gave away a free custom chain already, and all you guys gonna have to do is answer some questions. So everything that I'm teaching on my lives, it'll be very, very beneficial to you if you can write those things down and remember them, because you just might win something for some things that you guys remember that happened in my life. So we have 13, we have 12, and we have a 12. So we're going to go with the lowest reading. It's going to be 12 and 32 seconds. Yes, 12 and 32 seconds. Okay, so we got one last axle that we are checking our tire pressure on. We got one last axle. And once again, guys, if you guys was on the live, when I was on the right side of the trailer, I also showed you guys how the other side, these indicators were facing the other way on the right side, because that's how the way it tightens up the lug nuts. Where on the left side, it goes to the back of the trailer, because righty tighty, lefty loosey. So the left side, they will be going to the back, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that the lug nuts are tight. So you already see, we already have our outside valve stem, which is there. Turn on my flashlight so you guys can see. And we're going to check our tire pressure. We have 96 pounds of air. That is our outer tire, 96, right? And we do have a bunch of holes in this rim also. So now we got to hunt and look in between one of these holes to see which one has our inside tire, excuse me, which is right here. So what we got? Uh-oh, I got it set on the wrong. Okay, let's check it again. And we got 95 pounds of air. 95. We got 95. And I'm also going to take my reader. So guys, in this live right here, what are three things that I showed you guys? What are, if you are a semi truck driver, which is very important to have. If anybody want to drop in the comments to let me know, let me see if you guys been paying attention, because this, what I'm showing you, it will definitely help you out. So this live right here, what are the three things that's most important for you guys to know on far as doing your pre-trip that can save you from being broken down on the side of the road? I gave you guys three key things to remember. Anybody want to drop in the comments to let me know? We got 11, and we have a 13, so we're gonna go with the 11. Anybody want to drop in the comments to let me know? Well, since you guys don't want to go back and forth and communicate on the channel today, so the three things that I showed you guys today, which is very important, that will help you as you are a driver, or you can do this for day-to-day on your own daily vehicle, is I showed you guys how important it is to check your tire pressure. I also showed you guys how important it is to check to see if you have any leaks around your hub, which is right here. And I also showed you guys how important it is to check the tread depth on your tires. So those are the three things. Air pressure, right? Also checking the tread depth on your tires, right? And also checking for leaks. Those things right there, guys, will get you guys on the road and get you moving and get you grooving. And also, guys, the bonus would be is also making sure that you can check your inner tire for air, right? Yeah, that's what we on. So, guys, I hope this live was fortunate for you guys to learn. I hope it was educational, that you guys learned something. It says, is this a steer tire? No, this is a drive tire. This is a drive tire. No, it is not a steer tire. A trailer does not have a steer tire. Everything is a drive. The drive tire would be the steer tire would be the front two tires on a semi. Those are your steer tires. So guys, if you guys are just tapping in, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys drop a comment. And make sure you guys hit that post notification bell so next time I go live, which I go live every single day, guys, I am teaching you something different about a semi tractor trailer or a semi trailer that you can learn on my channel. So guys, I appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share the live. And guess what else? Make sure you check that tire pressure. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next one. Let's get